Yeah,
It's still cool though.
yeah, that is cool. What's up, everybody? How's it
Saw
going?
dude.
Saw, dude. No
My
Jacob
guys.
tonight. Jacob last minute had a Christmas party. He just found out about three
Well, I
hours
mean, they
ago.
brought him on a live panel to read Berenstein books. So
So what do we got? Like one more show after this?
yeah, I think so.
Yep.
With
Yeah,
that, and then it's Christmas break.
yeah. Then Christmas break. Yeah, we're gonna do a Christmas brizache. So
Damn tootin'.
damn tootins, rootin', tootin', scoot, poot, scootin'.
That show is going to be pretty sweet, though. We got some decent
We got,
giveaways
yeah,
going
we
on,
got
or a
some.
lot of really good
Yeah, we
giveaways.
got some cool stuff to give away. We're gonna give away 4 mystery boxes from windowcleaner.com. We're gonna give away. Mark's giving away a polish and towel package with a little bit of barbecue ribs in there. That
Yep.
ought to be cool. Give away like 4 shirts or hoodies, whatever. Whoever wins once, I'll send them whatever they want. So next next week, make sure that you tune in at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on this YouTube channels and watch the show because you might win something cool. You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, we might figure out something else to send you fellers. I don't know. It's still early. I might send you a squeegee life pull. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, who knows? You throw in some wild cards in there.
Yeah, you never
So
know.
we're gonna do questions. How are we gonna give this stuff away?
Man, I don't know. You know what I mean? We never plan anything. You know what I mean?
That's
What
true.
what is this? The Steve O and
It's an organized shit show.
the Steve O and Jersey podcast? It's not,
Right.
man. We don't know.
Right.
We barely.
I like this guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the new hoodies are pretty dope, man. The window cleaning history design is up. The Lambrinides is up there. I think that'll probably be all I'm gonna upload now until spring, and then I got some more stuff on coming down the pike in the spring. You know, so you guys ought to dig that stuff. I'm gonna try to do something else with window cleaning history. We'll see what happens with that.
That shirt design's pretty
Jacob
dope.
with the $5 super chat, you fucking cheap bastard. You couldn't afford more than $5. I'm just kidding.
He sends you $1 for every cat he has.
Yeah. I'd throw in a mystery scrubber. Ah, jeez. Do drugs, kids. It's good for you.
Right.
There's like 14 children. You can't come stay at my super mansion.
Yeah. I've not seen Mark's poll, but I'm gonna say tuna can is what I'm. Maybe Campbell soup can.
For what?
Girth.
Oh,
Girth
my pipe?
only. Yeah, your pipe. I'm just gonna
My
say
pipe?
girth. Yeah, I'm going with girth. I'm not going with length because you're a short guy. I'm going more for girth.
Well,
Like you're a
do you
stretcher. You're
include the
stretching shit
bend?
out.
Do you include the bend and girth? You know, like is the bend included in girth? 'Cause I could go.
Maybe.
I could fuck around the corner.
Old fishhook Mark over here.
Yeah. So I see there's a lot of weather coming across the United States, so I'm sure everybody's really digging cleaning windows in the snow.
Tight, dude.
Is it tight, bro? Because
Yeah.
have you gotten any snow yet, Seth? I've not seen a flake.
We got like a ½ inch of snow Tuesday night,
Really?
and then it's all gone now because it started raining today.
Right.
Midday, it's like 41 or something out right now. But
What cut out again? The podcast? Yeah, dude, they're gonna keep yanking it down. I don't know what to do about it. Like we're down to one fucking person watching right now.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what YouTube's doing. Maybe it's the fucking music. I don't know. But I have rights to the music. I actually pay fucking $25 a month to fucking play the music without fucking any restrictions from YouTube. But they're just gonna keep crushing the live stream every time it goes up. which is pretty fucking shitty, to be quite honest with you.
Right?
Because we
Yeah.
go. I mean, and maybe the next episode, maybe I'll just do the podcast without any opening, without any closing, and see what happens.
See if it happened. Yeah.
Yeah, because it doesn't make any sense. I don't understand why this keeps happening. It makes no
Someone's
sense to me.
a dick flagging it every time it pops up.
I guess that could be a possibility too. We have our dudes that now we get to see your wiener, sweet.
What's that girth?
That's all that girth. Um,
It's hanging out.
I'm gonna be honest with you. We have some fans. We have a couple of dudes. Like there's a dude overseas that Lee loves us. Lee loves us. He never missed a show, but then we started shitting on his buddy, and he got all upset with me. But whatever.
Well, I think you're about as good as the company you keep, and if that's the company you keep,
Yeah, what negative can we say about that guy? I mean, he's such a stand-up dude, that guy.
yeah, I don't know much about Lee. I mean, I knew that like way back in the day, he did those like window wars things that were kind of.
Oh, they were excellent. They were excellent. You know what? I'm a big fan of his media. I mean, I think he does a good job with that. I just think that he jumped on the wrong boat. You know what I mean? Are you guys following the Idaho quadruple murders? Who do you think did it? I will be honest with you. I have no idea. I kind of stayed away from that because of the Kylie Rodney stuff. I was really I went deep dive with that, probably too deep. And, it consumed too much of my time. Too much of my free time was taken up with that. So I just kind of stayed away from it. I don't know. Now you've piqued my interest. And now I'll have to go
know
look.
anything about it. To be honest, I haven't watched the news in like probably a solid month. I just kind of.
Who's all MMA? I know you're not talking about Lee Burbridge. I know you're not talking about Lee Burbridge. I hope that's not who you mean. If that's the case, man, that's sad. Because, he's not tough at all. And if you're talking, I mean, have you seen any of Perry's posts on the internet? Good Lord, that guy is a total turd.
No. Is he still posting stuff?
Oh, you haven't seen his super creative design that he came up with for a water-fed window scrubber. I mean, it looks eerily similar to other things I've seen on the internet. I mean, it's got a really. I mean, I've never seen a pivoting action like that before on any tool, ever.
He's like, this might be a deep dive for Mark, but maybe for TJ. Do you remember the ColecoVision as a kid?
Yeah, I remember it.
How it had the attachment for the Atari 2600? Like, that's Perry. Perry's just like, you got a good thing? Let's just jam that on here. And
thoughts on, here we got to actually have a cleaning question, which is really rare for this podcast. Thoughts on soft washing and temperatures around 2 degrees Celsius? I don't know. Because how cold is
36 degrees?
How old is that? Yeah, we're from America. You got to use Fahrenheit. You got to use the Fs. We need you to like do things in freedom. We need freedom measurements.
I would say that's under 40 degrees or hovering around there. You can do it. You just got to run a hotter mix. You can definitely.
You got to run. You're definitely gonna have to. Your cleaning agent, your bleach, whatever you want to call it. You're gonna have to really bump that up. You're gonna want that a little way more spicy. So.
Yeah.
I just find here.
Jacob has 6 cats, and he sent us another $1.
Attaboy, Jacob. I think it's more to do with the sun. You know what I'm saying? Like, here, you don't get as good of a result unless the sun is blaring on. I don't know if it's the heat or the UV rays or what makes it work. I'm just not that in it. But I found that the stronger the sun is, the
surface is warmer too as well, which is going to help the engine work faster too. It may be 40 on you, but shining on asphalt or something like that, it's going to be 10 or 15 degrees warmer.
Right.
What happened to you, Marcus? Where'd your
I'm
camera
here.
go?
What?
Where'd your camera go? Don't you
I
wanna
don't know.
don't you wanna be on the
Mark's
podcast
not
I'm
in.
anymore?
still on the screen.
Okay. Alright. You weren't on my
I'm on the
screen.
internet.
You certainly can soft
I
wash that low. Add some Agent Green. It will boost your bleach. He's from a Celsius area.
I'm assuming Canada. If he's asking about cold weather, would be my guess.
Canada, I would say. Yeah, I would guess. And there goes Mark again.
No, I just turned it on and off to try to fix it.
Stop it. Don't you try to fix things.
There we go.
Don't you try to be all
This
technical
is
on
the
us.
podcast fixing
Do the
stuff.
repair right now, bitch.
Yeah, you're just going to have to spice up your mix. It's going to have to be way more aggressive in lower temperatures. It's not your, what do they call it? Your SH is not going to perform the same as it would in warmer temperatures and colder temperatures. You're just going to have to bump it up a little bit. Seth had
Right.
that right on.
I mean, I have the last wash job of the season tomorrow. It's going to be, I don't know, 41, 42.
I am not getting any calls whatsoever. I think my business is falling. It's going into the tubes. My competition's just way better than me. They've got way more signs out than I do. The random yard signs on the corners and stuff are really killing my business. You know what I mean? I just can't.
Yeah, 'cause when
I
I'm
can't
driving
compete.
around, I'm like, oh, oil change sign. Let me go get one of those.
I don't know if it's the economy or what it is, but definitely I'm not as busy as I normally am around this time of year, which is I mean it's not scary, but it's definitely like makes you pause for a second like, man, I mean I'm not upset about it. You know what I mean? I don't mind that.
I think it's
Hello?
a combination of things. I think it's a combination because my phone hasn't, been ringing much either. Like, I missed calls. I missed clearing service on like Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
So Wednesday, I'm like, oh shit, there's probably 10 calls on hold. I had one advertisement, someone with SEO bullshit,
Right.
and I'm like, okay, no one's looking for me. I guess we're okay. But I think, not to be the Grim Reaper, but it's a sign of the times. And especially, you're going to see it more because of the winter,
Yeah.
because you normally slow down a little bit, so you might see it heavier. But, we don't really slow down here, and I'm seeing less action.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I think it's demographics too. I think it depends where you are. I mean, I think for the most part, the recession is. I mean, we've been working through the recession. I mean, if we're honest about it, like it's been going on for. At least
I've been
6 months.
saying for a while now that I just don't think after the first of the year they're going to be able to keep the facade up anymore. The midterms are over. You know what I mean? They're just not going to be able to keep up with the bullshit no more.
I hope not.
Excuse me, everybody. Yeah, I just don't think they're going to be able to fake the funk anymore. You know what I mean? I just don't think it's going to be possible. I'm not sold on water-fed pole for residential jobs. Convince me otherwise. Just feel like it doesn't do a thorough enough job for cleaning really dirty windows. I'm not here to convince you. You know what I mean? If you feel personally that hello, Mom. If you feel personally that it doesn't clean the windows as good as a traditional means on dirty windows, then that's just the way you're going to feel about it. You know what I mean? There's nothing that I'm going to be able to say to you to be like, oh, drop this investment of $5,000 on this entire water-fed pole system. You know what I mean? There's nothing I can say to you. I can tell you that after 20 years of cleaning windows, I don't have any problem using pure water system on hello, Elena, on Windows. You know what I mean? I have no problem doing that. I will say dirtier windows, I tend to go over a couple times. I usually do like maybe one side of a second story residential, and I'll be like, man, these windows look really shitty. And then I'll scrub them down, and then I'll come back to them. You know what I mean? I'll come back to them, and I'll look at them. And if they look like shit, I'll just do them again. But, most of the time, I have the luxury of using a really nice, I have very good means of scrubbing windows. Let's put it that way. I have a really nice brush that's going to be introduced to the market soon, and then, everyone's seen my TikTok of that scrub pad with the maker pads. I mean that Mike made for me. Um, I mean, I do both of those do really good work. But if you've been cleaning windows a long time, man, then you know what it takes to get a window clean. You know what I mean? The only thing water-fed pole is going to do for you, dude, is it's going to speed you up, and it's going to make you faster. You know what I mean?
It's going to keep you off the ladders. But here's the thing.
It's gonna make you faster, but it's also going to make you safer.
Really, yes, really filthy windows, you got to do them twice.
Yeah.
Okay. And windows that aren't even filthy but have been regularly maintained with soap and water, you'd be surprised how much soap flushes out of the frames, especially if they're cut-ups. So you almost have to do them twice. You'll see the soap coming out. That's residual from the last cleaning.
Right.
And if you don't get rid of that,
right.
I mean, if you're finding your windows aren't clean, change your brush, change your attack on the glass, or hit it again. But once you got it clean, you're good to go.
I mean, he said, I do see the convenience and speed on small panes if they're already pretty clean, but bonded contaminants don't seem to really come off.
No, it's not going to take off.
Yeah, it's not going to. I'll be honest with you. Most of my residential cleans, the first time I do it, I normally I'd say 99% of the time I'm going to do them first time clean by hand. That's just my nature. And I'm going to blade everything, so I'm going to scrape the shit out of it, scratch every window, and then the next time they call me to do them again, I'm just going to hit them with the water-fed pole because I know they've been cleaned properly once already. Now, if they have me do their windows and I come back 2 fucking years later, that's something completely different. But, water-fed pole has its place. It's not the end-all be-all. It's not a magic wand. You know what I mean? I know a lot of guys that pressure wash, go out, they buy water-fed pole systems, and they think they're window cleaners, and they're not.
No.
You know what I mean? And then there's dudes that sell shit, and then they're like, listen, you spray this on the glass, it looks just like a guy window cleaned it. No.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry.
Right.
I had the shit, I tried it. False.
Yeah.
False.
No.
You have anything to add to that?
Things. I mean, as a residential window cleaner, I can say you can look at a job and tell what's going to be the best method when you roll up. But I will say, once you condition a residential job to water-fed pole, then I have a lot of customers that I do yearly. The ones I've done with water-fed pole and had success, they're super easy to do now.
Right.
Glass is conditioned. I have it.
Right.
I'm just cleaning dirt off of it now.
Right. Right.
Well, you'll actually get to a point. I mean, I'm at that point, and I don't do a lot of houses, but you look at something and go, I got to climb a ladder now. You know what I'm saying? Because you get so used to the convenience.
Well, for me, it's like this. I'll be dead honest with you. Pure water window cleaning, I do it's a maintenance thing for me.
Yeah.
Pure water window cleaning is a way for window cleaners to make money on jobs they do on a regular basis. There are instances where you get a first time job and it's just like, the lift won't go here, the ladder won't, I can't ladder, what. Then I'll take the extra time to scrub a window with a water fed pole because I know I'm going to have to do it 2 or 3 fucking times to get it to clean, to look good. You know what I mean? Serviceable window cleaning. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But 9 times out of 10, new work, you really need to scrub it and scrape it, and that's what you need to do. Mark can't go to an oceanside property with salt all over the glass and water fed pole it and expect it to get called back. You're gonna have to do the hard work the first time. Water fed pole, in my opinion, is more for maintenance work. That's just my opinion. People can get pissed about that if they want, but I've been cleaning windows 20 years. That's what it seems like to me. Maintenance.
One of the estates that we do faces the ocean side is east exposure, right? Mm-hmm. So we water fed it, and it doesn't matter if I use Mike's scrubber, the new brush that we're playing around with, a boar's hair.
Right.
I think the boar's hair is the worst on salty windows in my opinion because even with the skid mark moving a lot of water, you carry a lot of salt from window to window to window, and it gradually you see the quality fall off. You get
Right.
those streaks
Right.
in the middle of the glass.
Right.
Okay. So, like last Friday, Mark, one of my guys, was out for the day, so I had to do a good size oceanfront. And I've learned that we use a combination. I'll scrub 20 windows with pure water,
Mm-hmm.
but by the time I get done with 20 tops and 20 bottoms,
Mm-hmm.
they're done dripping. I go back with just the squeegee and backblade the glass, because if I don't, and the wind is strong, the salt in the air sticks into the
Fuse,
droplets
yep.
and leaves spots everywhere. It looks terrible.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to. It's kind of a
I've had
combination.
that happen to me before on
Yeah.
a construction job. I was doing a building. It was 3 stories, and I did 2 sides of it. And the guy called and he's like, "Hey, did you do the west side of the building?" I'm like, "Yeah."
There's nothing wrong, nothing worse than someone calling in the middle of a job, and you're done with the side, and
Yeah.
he's like, "This shit ain't
It's like,
working."
you need to come up here and look at this. So I went up to the 3rd floor, and where his condo was, and he's like, "Look," and he was right, man. It looked like shitty water, all over him.
Yeah.
And it just so happened that the wind's blowing in that direction. That dust from that construction going on over across the street was blowing. When when you're doing it, you're really not noticing that. You know what I mean? You're not paying attention to, any of that shit. But they were dumping stone, and I just didn't. I was, you know what I mean? They started.
Yeah. So dust in
didn't
the
see
air
it,
is going to stick in the water droplets if it's not going to dry real fast. Like here in Florida, we deal with the sun, and people are like, "Oh, the faster it dries, the better." That's not necessarily true. Like my country club, I do every Thursday. If it's cloudy out but the wind is strong, the windows dry beautifully. If the sun is baking the windows and they're like 120 degrees, you almost have to do them twice every time. And those are fan glass on top of big glass. You can't pull those from the ground. You really can't.
Right.
Not efficiently anyway. So you got to kind of figure out a happy medium. I'll tell you one product I tried, which I'm still kind of on the fence before I would recommend it, but I'll say it anyway. The house that we backblade the glass, they gave me this stuff called Salt Away. It's for the marine industry. You spray boats down with it and stuff. All the railings, the glass, the fiberglass.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, it's like one of these containers. You fill it and you put it on a garden hose and it shoots like 30 feet. So I looked at it and said it's safe on glass. So I sprayed like 10 windows down and then water fed them, and they dried beautiful, because the Salt Away, whatever's in it, helps dissolve the salt. And the thing is, it makes the glass much more hydrophilic for a short period of time. Like the next time you go, it's not going to be hydrophilic again, but it's got like a wax in it or something. I don't know, but it seems to work pretty good.
Annie, you're breaking up a little bit. I wonder why your internet connection's not working good tonight.
Mine?
Yeah. Any tips for hard water stains? I've been struggling with this since moving to Florida from New York, and finding so many windows with really bad hard water stains. It's probably because there's a lot.
What are you trying right now? Let's start with that.
Yeah.
What are you doing now?
What's this? Vcash says, "What's up with everyone trying to teach how to clean window cleaning on Instagram and YouTube mostly?" I don't know, man. Like, I think like the how to clean a window YouTubing, like even like when like seasoned guys do it, is super lame.
Yeah.
You know what I
There's
mean?
a few ways to do it, really.
Yeah,
And
it's so lame.
once you've seen 3 of them, it's kind of,
Yeah.
you should be.
I
I think a lot of kids do that for the algorithm too. Like younger kids who are trying to do TikTok reels or Instagram reels. Like a reason they do that is they're going to get views for that.
Right.
And
It's
I
all
think
about
that's why-
views. I don't think it's got nothing to do with trying to help nobody. BioClean with bronze wool, Mark.
I'm just not a BioClean fan. I've seen it swirl glass. It's got pumice in it, and especially when you combine it with wool.
Yeah,
I would use it on a white pad.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it on metal, any
He's in
kind of
Palm
bronze.
Beach.
Oh, really? Well, so am I. We're going to have to get together. I'll show you how to clean some stains up. Where is most of your work? Are you working on the island and residential, or are you working?
That's a deep fake.
Yeah.
Read the name.
Yeah.
Like
I ain't
2
buying
seconds from banned.
I'm not buying
Fucking
it,
weirdo.
Batman. Is his name Batman?
Barman San Diego, Carmen San Diego. Yeah, I'm not buying that shit. Take that shit somewhere else. Take that shit somewhere else. You're gonna call us in the middle of the night again, you fucking goof.
They were asking normal questions for a while.
I'm gonna ask him something. See if he can answer this question. That'll tell me.
But yeah, I don't know why dudes. I don't know why dudes do that other than just to garner views on YouTube. I mean, unless they are. Beware of Mark taking guys to lunch. Unless they're, trying to sell you something, sell you tips, then it's most likely just for views. If you're doing anything on YouTube, you're trying to garner an audience to somewhat profit off of it. You know what I mean? Through AdSense with Google or whatever. But if you're trying to sell tips, this is how you run a window cleaning business, you are such a you're not a good person. You know what I mean? You should.
There's so many people buying that.
So many people that have tried that, and it just never works out so good. Tune in for live fishing on TikTok tomorrow morning. Yeah, I don't watch too many lives on TikTok, to be quite honest with you.
I think TikTok to me is kind of plateaued and it's on the downhill. At least for me personally, I don't watch it as much anymore.
This for me, if I follow you on TikTok, I probably never see your videos unless I distinctly go to the following side of TikTok, which I don't do. I scroll through For You page. So if you make it to my For You page, you'll get a heart. If you don't, then I probably won't see your shit unless I go look. I'm just being honest.
Yeah. Unless you're the What Happened kid, I don't really care what you're up to.
Yeah.
That kid made a comeback for the ages. I loved it.
He said not to me. He says don't block him. I'm not going to block you, but, seemed a little weird to me. I've tried BioClean on white pad. Doesn't work for me. I can do 3 or 4 treatments and it barely removes any water stains. So I tried with the bronze wool and it works a little better. Yeah, man, you're playing with fire, dude. You know what I mean? If you're going to do that, you might as well just get the window real soapy and wet and bust out the scraper.
Put a blade on it.
Yeah. You know what I mean? If you're going to swirl pumice around on the glass, if you're going to walk on ice, you might as well fucking dance. You know what I mean?
If you're going to dig deep.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Just make sure when you use that blade, it's in one direction. I'll be honest with you. At first, I would never do that. And then Mark is like, hey, man, just run a razor blade over it. I'm like, really? He goes, yeah, what are you doing? I was like, what do you mean? He's like, you're just swirling contaminants around on the fucking glass. Just scrape it in one direction. That's the best way to get it off. And I'm like, man, that's so loud. It's such a simple solution to the problem. It seems like this can't be right. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to take that faint. You're going to knock off the majority of the stain on the glass when you blade it. However, there's going to be those faint little circles, the really faint circles that, a window cleaner see, the customer will probably still see, you know what I mean? But for the most part, that's probably about as good as you're going to be able to get scraping. You're going to get to a point where you're going to need to remove the stain in a professional manner, which is probably buffing it off of there. I do some windows and gardens in Jupiter, but mostly on Palm Beach Island and West Palm. Scraping does nothing. I've tried it. Well, again, man, you sound like you know more about it than I do.
Yeah. I kind of just tell people, sorry.
Hey, man, can you give me any tips? Yeah, this is what I do. That don't work. All right, cool.
Here's a tip. Don't eat yellow snow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's the tip. Don't tuck your rain jacket into your rain pants.
Yeah. No, if you're for real, barman, I'm on the island every Thursday. You can come up to Palm Beach Country Club. If you work island, you know Palm Beach Country Club. I'm there every Thursday from 8 a.m. till 1 p.m. We got full crew there. I'll show you how to take stains off. Or you take me to one of your jobs, I'll show you how to take stains off.
All about using
without using
doing it. Stop.
Dangerous things.
Yeah, I mean, Vcash, I'll be honest with you, man. I really agree with what you're saying there, but, sometimes, what is this, year 4, Mark? We're going into year 4. We've been doing this maybe longer. I
Yeah.
don't know. We're encroaching 300 episodes. Sometimes it would be nice to have a lot of people watching,
Right.
but I'm not going to whore myself out to get there. I'm not going to do that. I hate when customers notice those faint circles.
Right.
You got to look at it this way, Levi. They're looking out those windows every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they're gonna notice shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, when it's one thing if you're doing some commercial glass and you knock off some hard water from the sprinklers or something, and they're never gonna notice, and they're gonna think it looks amazing because they're only there like 8 hours. They're really not paying attention. But when Mrs. Newsbomb is fucking drinking her afternoon tea and out the same window every single day, you know what I mean?
Right. Yep.
She's going to notice shit, you know what I mean? So, those windows have to be perfect.
Yep.
What chemical do you recommend then? When I was in upstate New York with really hard old glass, I could scrape the shit out of windows and it worked well.
That's true. But we don't recommend chemicals here. We kind of use a different process. Like I said, if you want to reach out to me,
The Squeegee Life podcast is the no chemicals on the glass podcast, unless it's CLR watered down. Then I'm not opposed to that.
You also have to think about the water that's hitting the glass is different from upstate New York, which has lots of like rock ledges, so you're going to have different minerals in there as opposed to sandy Florida water. It's going to have those hard water stains are going to be treated differently.
It's really weird that your
unless you use
competition
Mark's
is in the
process
chat.
that works on everything.
huh?
That's really weird that your competition's in the chat.
He's
KD,
not my competition.
Barman.
I think he's a resin guy.
Well, I can tell you this: if he's working on the island, it sends me some interest because I know everybody that works on the island.
Uh-huh.
There's 4 companies that have been on that island for over 20 years, and we're talking about houses that range anywhere from 10,000 to 70,000 square foot for one house. It's very political. You never keep anything very long there. The longest run I've had on one single house is about 8 years, and then house management changes and you're gone. Okay, what's the name of your company, Barman? Because I know.
Did you say you weren't going to whore yourself out? You see your shirt, man, whore. Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm definitely going to whore myself out for Chris Lambrinides and Alex Lambrinides. What are you kidding?
If you want to send me a cat T-shirt, I'll wear that too.
Yeah,
dog.
you want to send me a picture. You want to send me a fucking T-shirt with a hamburger on it. I'll wear it, Jacob.
Dude, I got more WCR.
I mean, look at me,
shirts than I
Jacob.
got
You
Skies.
think? Yeah, you think that I'm not gonna wear a hamburger shirt? Send me a hamburger shirt, Jacob. I'll wear it. I'll rep us chubby boys. You know, there ain't no fucking. I mean, there's so much money on the island. No need to compete. No, I don't mean it like that, dude. I don't mean it like that. Like Mark said, you're not his competition. Mark doesn't look at it that way. Hey, Philip Alexander. What's up, Philip Simpole Alexander?
Oh, dude.
I think Philip's got a new trad pole out.
Yeah, he said something. I haven't seen. I don't see none of that stuff. Ray's got me on the Ixnay on the TJA, so I don't really see none of that. I'm not a big Ray guy. I'm not a Ray fan. I can't tell you why I'm not a Ray fan, but he tried to dick one of my homies over, and I don't like it. You know what I mean? And it's whatever. And then that same homie went and fucking started laughing at me on the internet. It hurt my feelings. I still haven't gotten over it.
Right.
The other day, I almost messaged Eddie and apologized to him. Is it Christmas time? I don't know. Is it Christmas time? Am I having like a Christmas moment?
Must be.
Like, oh, poor Eddie. You know what I mean? I seen him post something on the internet about how northern window cleaners couldn't cut whatever. I mean, like, I know that he's being facetious because he's in his 60s. And he wouldn't last 5 seconds up here in January. Not 5 seconds.
The amount of money I would make over him here, like I would just stack money in my bank account.
Mark
Didn't
Tanner.
someone? I
Mark
promise
Tanner's
you this.
probably one of the more hardier men I know, and he was not fond of what I work
No,
in.
that's not for me. I'll admit it, it's not
So,
for me.
but so, anyways, but I was like, man, well, maybe I should say, hey, Eddie, I'm sorry that we got off on the wrong foot again. But I was like, nah, you know what? I'm not gonna do that. I just started with this company. It's not mine, but the name of it's Sunshine Window Cleaning. Very small run operation, just me and my boss. Oh, that's cool. Well, I will tell you this, man. Just be careful removing stains. I love window cleaning. It's something I'm passionate about. I want to have my own company one day. There's not many that start working for a guy that don't.
I mean,
what's up, Mr. Awesome Guy? Blah.
Yeah, Barman, if you want to reach out to me, I don't know if you're on Facebook. I give you my phone number. I really don't want to put it here. I really don't care.
Don't.
Yeah. You can reach out to me on the island. I'd be happy to come over there on a Thursday when I'm already there, because the island's like 10 square miles, and I'd be happy to show you a couple different ways to safely remove stains. And I don't look at you taking anything from me. If you've got good jobs on the island, God bless you. I've cleaned a lot of homes on the island. Stern's on the island. Trump's on the island. The Vanderbilt's on the island.
I cleaned windows
the
in
Koch
Detroit
brothers
from 1970 to 73. I hated it in winter. Yeah.
Yeah. But see,
old people get a pass. / Eddie, listen, man. Hey, Mike. I know that's why you've turned cold to the podcast, and you're not we're not cool like we used to be because our beef with Eddie. I assure you that it's one-sided. I did not get on Facebook and tell everybody about how much money I have in the bank and how much money I'm worth and all that shit. You know what I mean? I wasn't making passes at Eddie's mom. You know what I mean? So, it's really, there's lines and people cross them, and sometimes when people cross lines, we say shit. I'm
the worst, dude.
Yeah.
I will strictly.
And what Seth said was Seth was being my friend and was sticking up for me. You know what I mean? Which Mark didn't do because Mark's fucking wants to eat Eddie's asshole. So
already
somebody
have.
It's
Delicious.
it's
fucking
so
amazing
good.
asshole.
It's so good. It's so good.
That leather is fucking sweet.
Oh, the old baloney tongue.
The old baloney tongue.
I changed my ways.
Next year at 70, going to sell everything and move to. Oh, really? Listen, Philip, I'm going to tell you this, man. You got a legacy there, and unfortunately, it's been mismanaged for most of your time on the internet.
That's true.
Belize, by the way, L before Z. You have a wonderful poll. If you had left like the Sim Shogun, the pole that I helped you design, the one that everybody loves, the one that everyone puts their in their stories on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube and all that shit, that pole, if you'd have just stuck to that, you know what I mean? But you just add sections and do shit that just doesn't, it's just not warranted, I
still have my sim pole, the first trad pole that he came out with. My son uses it. It's still.
Bro, I still have mine. My Sim Shorty, my very first original sim pole I ever got, still gets daily use. That is still probably the best pole I have, and the most used. And that's saying something because I'm a really big fan of the Squeegee Life pole. I think it's excellent, but there's just something about that 6-section pole that first one I got from Philip. There's something about that pole I'm really partial to.
Dude, you want to hear something funny?
Pole.
I bought the Katana. That's the shiny one, right? Mm-hmm. The Katana, the one with the beautiful finish, and the Kevlar wrap pole, Excalibur, at the same time. What, about at least 3-4 years ago, right? Mm-hmm. That Katana, I'm not lying to you, is still sitting on the rack untouched. I don't want to use it.
I had to.
You know what I'm saying? It's so beautiful. I don't want to use it.
This year,
you want it to be like a display piece.
Yeah, I gave away a lot of the poles that I've been given over the years, and when I broke the Squeegee Life pole, when the pole snapped, I had to break out my Shogun, which never got any use whatsoever. I never used it because it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And I used it for like a solid 2 weeks. And just because of the changeover, because, from sim pole to zero pole, I had all my zero stuff in the shop. And I was just like, it's summer. I'm balls to the wall. I'll do the switch out eventually. But I ended up going 2 weeks on that Shogun pole. I was like, I'll never use this. I'm going to use it. I regret it. Now all the paint's starting to wore off the shit. You know how he's got everything.
I know my zero poles. I chuck them in the back of the truck, almost like a javelin from a distance. That pole I will not throw. Yeah.
It's a good looking pole. That is the Shogun pole that he was selling there for a short time. He stopped doing that. It's 10 sections now. Ray's a fucking idiot. Anyways, it's just such a good looking pole, man. God, it's like. Man, it's so pretty. You know what I mean? Jason's big time. He gave his away. How do I find you on Facebook to reach out? His name is Mark Tanner.
Yeah, I'm sending it to it a message. So, yeah, send me a friend request and then send me a private message. Again, I'm on the island. Actually, I was on Worth Avenue doing glass tabletops on Tuesday. So I'm there usually twice a week, but I'm there every Thursday, no matter what, so other times I'm going to do shit, you know what I'm saying?
Philip, I'll send you that poll back after the holidays. It'll go out after the first of the year.
You want to hear something interesting?
It's in a box.
I was going to do a video just for like the Discord or wherever I was going to put it, driving down. We have a street called Worth Avenue, and the only thing I can equate it to, but I've never been there, would be Rodeo Drive in California or something. It's all the high-end Gucci and shit like that. So I did a glass tabletop for a woman at a decorator store, and so I finished the table. She was real happy, and I said, "Hey, who does your windows?" Because they're really, they're doing a nice job. And she goes, she named the company. I had heard of him. I've never met anyone from it. And I'm like, oh, what kind of service do you get? Was he here today? She goes, he was here today and the day before and the day before. I'm like, what? She goes, 90%. There's a guy on that island that has storefront route that goes 5 days a week. No shit, dude. I don't know what kind of money he's pulling out of it, but it's literally butt-to-butt stores on one side of the road and the other. And I'm looking at this going, this guy's got a gold mine. Yeah. He finds a parking spot, feeds the meter, takes a cart and washes
every window on that strip.
Every fucking thing there. Every day, 5 days a week. Could you imagine? I mean, how clean it is? You do the door. Right. I'm not saying he's beating them. He's probably getting a great ticket price for them.
Right.
But every single day. She's like, yeah, just come by any day at between 6 and 7. He's here. And he does everything around me. And I'm like, that is, I just like to talk to him.
Right.
I don't want to take his word. I can't touch that. I can't beat 5 days a week in one area, but I think that's pretty cool. I've never heard of that.
Mark got the discount internet from Obama or what?
I don't know. I mean, I'm just on a different computer. I have the same internet, you know.
You probably got too much shit running in the background. So add 6-7 to try and call it Shogun Shorty. Listen, Philip, you do whatever your heart desires, my short friend. You do whatever you want to do, bro. Because we all know in the end you're going to do it anyway. So just do whatever makes you feel good, Philip. You know what I'm saying? Whatever makes you feel good, brother. That's insane. Cranking out storefronts for those high-end stores must be in and out too. Mark, if I come to Florida, can I sleep on your couch and eat from your fridge?
Yeah.
Only in your underwear.
I'm gonna take you tarpon fishing, and you'll be throwing rocks at those damn catfish you catch all day. Or catch you a marlin. Yeah. You can sleep on my couch. You smell pretty good anyway, I hear, so.
Yeah.
Bring Zane, too. I'd like to meet him.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, that's the podcast. Go fuck yourselves. Yep. We ran out of steam.
Yeah. Well, it's getting to the end of the year. We got the Christmas show coming up.
Yeah.
We got some nice
which is exciting. Yeah, some good prizes.
I think it's going to be a humdinger.
Mm-hmm.
We're all tired, and I'm only speaking for myself. It'd be nice to have a break. Mm-hmm. You know.
The breaks always do us good. Taking a break always. You know, and that was something that was suggested to me by Chris. Chris Lambernides is like, man, you just take a break. You guys deserve the time off. Take some time off. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Do it when you want to do it. That's what makes the show good, is you guys relax doing your thing. And I was like, yeah, you know what, you're right. So we started taking breaks, around the holidays every year. We take a winter break and a summer break every year.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, both are the times when you're wore out from the spring season, or
we
wore
always
out from
take
the fall.
July off. We always take July off, and we always take end of December and January off. Normally, I know one year we went all the way into March, didn't we? Before we came back.
Yep.
Yeah. That was back. That was back in the exhausting Tim days. Tim was exhausting mentally. It's like having another girlfriend.
For me, 3 weeks a month.
Yes, I seen
plenty
it.
of time. 3 weeks to a month is plenty of time. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
And then I'm ready to come back. I miss bullshitting around.
can't tell if he's about to fight or
kind
some
of get
mean
pointed
guy.
into.
James Riley's on one. But we're getting to that point with Jacob now. Jacob's like fucking every other podcast. He's either here or he ain't here. Last me, he's like, I got a Christmas party. I'm sorry I forgot to tell you, but here's a picture of my dick 17 times this week.
Right.
You know what I mean?
He always remembers what he's doing the day.
Yeah. Let's give away a Trad okay after you review it. Sure. Whatever you, Philip, like I told you, man, I'll do whatever I can to help you. I just will not send any traffic to fucking that Areola Pro dude's fucking. I just think he's a turd. Like he reminds, he's like a, and this is really, I know this is gonna be scathing and it's gonna sting a little bit, but I'm gonna say it anyways because I don't give a fuck. He's like a Dollar General Perry Tate, and you know what I mean, like fucking, like that's so bad. You know what I mean? You know how bad that is. Yeah.
He's like the general of insurance.
Yeah, he's just
call the general.
Yeah, it's just like fuck me, dude. Like a door stopper on the end of a fucking pole, a rag on a fucking retractable rope. I just don't feel like any idea that he has that are good are based solely on his knowledge. Now, I could be wrong about that. Maybe that new brush he's coming out with is all his idea, and maybe it's excellent. I mean, maybe this is the one, but I'm just going on previous stuff like the tiger fins. I couldn't keep those things on a fucking brush. I know that dude that doesn't have sleeves on his shirt loves those fucking things, but I'm just not a huge fan. I'm going deep. And I'm telling you right now, I told you guys before the podcast what I did. And I'm fighting everything inside of me not to go full send. Full send.
It's been a while since you've gone full send.
I have not gone, but I'm not going to go full send. Now,
well, you got to keep the blood pressure down, so I hear you.
Oh, dude, like, it's non-existent. Like right now, none. I could go full send and stay that way. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you're at like 45 beats a minute.
Yeah, dude. Just yeah. Man, you know what? I'm sorry that I said that, Ray. The Dollar General Perry Tate thing. I'm sorry, and I'm sorry I said that about your door stopper and your rag on a rope. I'm sorry about that. It's just I found them to be chintzy ideas. So I'm sorry for that.
You got to remember this, okay?
I just don't like the things that, like, the behind the scenes stuff. You know what I'm talking about. I'm just not a fan of that. So, like, instantly turned me off to that dude. I'm like, fuck that guy. Like, instantly.
Look, innovation in this industry is very hard to come by.
Yes.
You have to think outside of the box.
Yes.
Richie Blue thinks outside of the box.
And I'm not saying that Ray didn't think. He's thinking outside of the box. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that he isn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, Ray. I apologize. Listen, guys, don't listen to me. I'm a terrible person. But I do have sleeves on my shirt, so there's that.
That's half the battle. You don't have a cool ponytail.
Oh, dude. Don't. Don't. Man, listen.
You got a cool ponytail? Imagine if you just had the back tail. My uncle used to have that.
You got to have it sticking out of your hat.
You let the back grow out.
You gotta have it sticking out of that opening in your hat. You know what I mean? Like your whole identity. Your whole identity has to be around that thing. You know what I mean? Like
that thing
no sleeves at all.
Yeah, that ponytail is traction control for a rear admiral.
All right, enough.
I'm just
Enough.
teasing
Let's
around.
stop. Yeah, we're just playing around, dude. Like, I didn't even really think there was any problems until I posted that shit on, like, trying to, looking for guests. Like, anybody want to come on the show? He's like, you double dog dare me to come on? Like, or what? You know what I mean? Like, am I missing something,
Dog
dude?
dare.
You know what I mean? Like, am I missing something?
If you haven't been watching the show for 4 years, we make fun of everyone, including ourselves.
Yeah,
It's
man,
not.
and that's that goes back to the Eddie thing. Like, I don't understand. Like, listen, dude. Like, this ain't nothing new. It's not like we're picking on just you. I mean, we fuck with each other. I mean, there's anchors of this podcast. We fuck with, you know what I mean? Mark, we fuck with Seth. I mean, that's just what we do here. If that turns you off and you got, ultra thin skin, like, I understand, but we don't ever take it to a point where, like, we're talking about your mom or your girlfriend or no shit like that.
There's a line.
As long as we
Look,
keep it between us, that's all that matters.
The one thing I've learned doing this podcast with Seth and even Tim at the time, and especially TJ and Seth, they have a way, and because they don't understand that
what it's
I
like
watch,
to be short.
I watch mannerisms, and I could always tell when Seth is gonna or TJ is gonna get under my skin. I'm gonna push these buttons. Watch this stupid fuck the way he reacts to this. I see the fucking vibe between the two of them, and it's like I'm like an open book. My kids do the same thing to me too. You know what I'm saying? Like, watch, we're gonna fucking. Dad's a grumpy old man. Watch what we do to him here. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to learn to spot that shit and diffuse it, but
it's not. Yeah, it's tough. It's
Do
tough. It's tough.
Do you know what it is? I have 15 older male cousins. I am the youngest.
Yeah.
I have been getting destroyed my whole life.
That's the
so
same
you don't
thing.
learn
I
to
live
fight
in
back, you're fucked.
I live in the same existence, so you know what I mean. All my cousins are older than me. They're all men. Mark knows. He's seen firsthand what happens at any family gathering.
That's the fucking biggest brutal beatdown that you just sit quietly. TJ probably said Mark's never been so quiet in his life.
Yeah, it was.
I'm not fucking with any.
Even the women,
yeah,
are brutal in my family. Like brutal. So.
I used to get destroyed. I might have been the gayest little kid you've ever met. I was homeschooled. I was a Jehovah's Witness. I played violin and chess. And I'd be like, hello, fellas. And they were just destroyed me. And then about 12 or 13, I started figuring out that, like, all right, like, you can't be this ridiculous. You got to figure it out.
Yeah,
I give it back. And Eddie honestly reminds me of my oldest cousin, who's the ultimate ball buster, but cries if you rip into him, and I can't help
Eddie,
but do it. Eddie, he's that like.
I enjoy busting balls with Eddie. You know what I'm saying? I really enjoy it, but sometimes he goes a little,
Well, I think it escalates way too quick in some instances.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
There's some cases where it's just like, dude, you know what I mean? Maybe let's not do that. You know what I mean?
You don't have to go for the neck all the time.
Yeah. Maybe let's not do that. You know what I mean? Let's try to keep it at a minimum. Sometimes that doesn't work. But, what can you do, man?
Well, the problem is both of you are quick-witted, so it fires off and escalates much faster than
right.
It would with someone else who's
I think that night when him and I were going back and forth on here, I think that's why it led down your mom road. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it should never get to that. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? Like,
thank you.
He wants to deny that it ever happened, but I mean, like, half a dozen people seen it. You know what I mean? Like, dude, that's what you said.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what you said. You're gonna try to deny it all you want, but that's what you said. You know what I mean? And then the next day you're talking about me being fucking a fat ass and shit. You know what I mean? It's just like, because you couldn't, I mean, which is low hanging fruit. You know what I mean? Whatever's whatever. But it's just like, dude, you know what I mean? And then that's when I went in on his hair and his fucking, you know what I mean? He got, like, he stewed on that for 3 fucking days and then got on the internet. It's like, I'm worth $2.7 million. I just bought a brand new house, new furniture, paid cash. And I'm just like, holy shit. Somebody's not been sleeping well at night.
Yeah.
You can always tell when you get somebody.
Yeah. I was like, good for you,
the
man.
Satisfying part of it all is like, it feels it's the shitty part of my personality. I'm like, I love that.
Right. Yeah, I could like pull up my customer factor and showed you like the amount of invoicing, and I don't fucking 90% of the shit I do, I don't invoice. I can show you what I'm invoicing every year by myself solo, and I feel like my nuts will swing a little bit. You know what I mean? But it's all good. I'm not that guy. You know what I mean? Like, why be that dude? You know what I mean? This ain't the numbers podcast. You can fucking call the screen guy, the guy that spent $4.5 million on fucking what's that fucking print service, Vistaprint.
Yeah.
Oh man, I just opened a can of worms there too. I better be quiet. I think it's hilarious, man. He took the bait and cried about it. Dude, I'm gonna tell you this, man. Like back in the day, like I had to like pull up screenshots to show motherfuckers because they didn't believe me. I'm like, listen, this dude straight turned us in. You know what I mean? Like when we was when we ran the Outlaw Window Cleaner page, you remember that, Seth? Like he straight up fucking told on us, like reported us.
Well, I was a moderator on that page. I was like, dude, did Eddie still really just what the
Whoa, bro! Like seriously, you got to relax.
I'm like, dude, pictures of squeegees hanging out of your ass and tell women to fix a sandwich.
Like, what are we doing? And all I was doing is I was sticking up for Kerry Gunther. That's all I was doing. He was a little rough. Now he's probably not that way anymore. I will say he's probably toned that down some. But he was being overly aggressive to Carrie, and there was no need for it.
Are you still friends with her on Facebook?
She's really into the flow, man. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
She deleted me. I was like, I wonder why I don't see anything.
She probably deleted me too. Then I would assume.
I'm like, I never really said anything.
That's because she's into the flow, man, and those dudes don't like us.
That's fine.
It's probably opposing ideology too. She's very one way, and I think. Some people just are way too heavy into their ideology to kind of even listen to people.
I don't think that's what it is. I don't think that's what it is. She came on the show twice, and she knew the first time she knew we were shitheads, and the second time she knew we were shitheads, and we were friends on Facebook, and everything was cool. I just the into the flow people, they just do not like us. We are just not their cup of tea. You know what I mean?
Who's in that group? Like, I know Hargis and what's his name? The other Ohio guy lives near you.
He's not an Ohio guy. Hargis he's a Michigan guy.
No, not him. I'm saying the other. The kid you met up with Grace's dad.
Craig?
Why can't I think of his name? Craig.
I don't think Craig's in there anymore.
Isn't he?
I know he started
For
the Flow Me thing movement and all that shit, and I think he like got ousted or something for being too crazy or some shit. But I mean, like I say, embrace the crazy. I mean, the dude's hilarious, man. Like, do you see the shit he posts on fucking Facebook? Jesus,
he must
Christ.
be like one of the most interesting friends if he's one of your friends. Where you're done hanging with him, like, holy shit.
I will tell you this. I thoroughly enjoyed my time with Grace and Craig and Craig's wife and his other daughter. They were awesome. They were really cool to us. Me and Jennifer had a good time with them, but I will say it was an hour to decompress afterwards because Craig is like, he's like Marshall Amp turned 12. You know what I mean? Like, homeboy is fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's not annoying. It's just like, it's hard to compute all the facts that he's giving you. You know what I mean? Like the dude is just like a fountain of ideas, like a mile a minute. I mean, he's a good guy.
You're booted too. You're not friends with her. I just checked because I thought I did something wrong. So we both did. We're good.
Yeah,
I feel like he's the personification of ADD as a person.
Yeah, he's fucking. Like I said, I really enjoy the dude. Oh my God, why is this cunt? Why are you calling me, you fucking cunt?
Who?
James fucking Riley.
I thought Big Squeegee was going to call us.
I thought he was.
Are you wearing the same shirt, my guy?
I thought I would put my WC shirt on, so I'd be matching.
Yeah, there we go.
I love that shirt. I got one of those too. I love the colors, man. That shit is awesome.
Yeah, that shirt's badass, huh?
Yeah.
So what are you trying to do, man? Are you trying to take over Jacob's spot on the Squeegee Life podcast? Tim would have a fucking heart attack and die.
Yeah, this is tool time with James.
Hey, you
know what? I will say this. James, you showed up, what was it, last week for 10 minutes?
Yeah.
And in that 10 minutes, you said more than
Oh,
Jacob
he's
has in the
gone.
last
He's
year.
gone instantly. Gone instantly. Oh, there he's back again.
Yeah.
But he
Yeah.
was me.
Right.
Yeah, it was pretty good. You and Jacob are funny. The Hardy's comments were fucking killing me, man.
Oh yeah.
Barman, we've been doing these live streams for 4 years every Thursday night. Used to be Wednesday nights, but now it's Thursdays. We've been doing these every week for 4 years.
Yeah, and you need to show up next week because if you win Squeegee Life towels, I can hand deliver them,
Yeah,
brother.
yeah.
I'll have to do shipping.
The fix may or may not be in on that one.
Right.
Mark's going to be asking a lot of West Palm Beach questions next week.
Right, exactly.
Jacob is probably fucking like once Jacob gets wind that you've on the podcast back-to-back weeks, he's gonna lose his fucking mind, bro.
Yeah, he's probably gorging himself on parties as we speak. You don't like me anymore.
I mean, dude, you look slightly less gay to me now that you have that beard, dude.
Less what?
Gay. I mean, you're like kind of tolerable now. You know what I mean? Like the beard does a lot for you, dude.
I know. That's what I was going for. Planning on doing my YouTube comeback so I could be like Luke.
Oh,
shit,
so
but...
we do need a dude with a beard on there. You know what I mean? A bigger beard.
Exactly.
A bigger beard.
Exactly, but it's taken me a long time.
I think if Luke
Mine's white, like.
Yeah, but if Luke came back right now with the Jesus locks and the super long beard like the Manson style, dude, he would fucking kill the game right now.
Right.
Luke the window cleaner would kill
with
the
a wheel on
the key. Hey, it would kill the game right now. Luke the window cleaner would kill the game, dude.
Kind of looks like Charles Manson.
Have you guys watched that? See you later. Mike. His wife wants to have a conversation. He's in trouble.
Oh, you're in trouble, Mike.
Have you ever seen that the last time Luke was on when he was all Jesus out? You know what I mean? Like got the long beard, the long hair. Did you see that?
Yeah,
it looked like
I don't know if I like that. That Luke is scorched earth Luke. Like he was going fucking in on everybody, dude. He's going in, dude.
It was a breath of fresh air.
I actually had to reel him in. I'm like, whoa, bro, we gotta relax. You know what I mean? You're like stirring up too much drama. Then you're just gonna go and get off the fucking internet like Seth does every week.
Yeah, we're
Fuck
stuck
that
with
shit.
this mess.
Yeah. Thanks, buddy.
It's funny what goes on behind the scenes.
Isn't it though? Isn't it? I completely agree with you.
Like, there's a lot that like half these people don't even know, you know?
Right.
The casual like Facebook guys that think everybody's cute and cool, and they're like not.
They have.
Most of these dudes are savages behind the wall. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, I tell you what,
side on the internet, and you see a totally different side.
I know Seth. I know exactly where Seth's going. We went to that fucking huge convention. 2019? We went to the 2019 huge convention in Branson, and that fucking opened my eyes. I'm like, you motherfuckers are really putting on one. You guys are really, you guys are putting on one. You know what I mean? Like, as we are the same way all the time, whether we're on social media or we're not. There are some guys that are not that way. They're smart, though. It's smart. It's smart.
Oh,
yeah.
It's smart. I'm not saying that it isn't smart. It's definitely smart, but I don't know how dudes can keep it up.
I drink more than I do on the show.
Right?
Oh, homeboy was fucking faded. Oh my god. When we seen dude at the bowling alley, I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me, right? Like, this motherfucker was, turned into a hugger on us and shit. You know what I mean? Like, he was trying to give hugs and shit. He loves everybody.
One of the Flomies?
No. Oh, I'll tell you after the show. I'll tell you one dude that we fucking turned out like a prostitute, and that was, what's his name?
Little man.
Yeah.
He had to sleep on a bench.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah.
He deleted his YouTube channel and everything. What the fuck was that guy's name?
Fluff Daddy.
Dude, hey, yeah, we did work on Fluff Daddy. Woo, boy. He's like, can I? He's like, Seth's like, he comes. We were walking somewhere. I can't remember. Me, Luke, Seth, Jason, and that was just the four of us, right? Or five of us. There was like 4 or 5 of us walking, and then he's like, hey man, can I come up with you guys? I'm like, yeah, sure. Hang out with us, whatever. We fucking, yeah, it wasn't a good look, man. This
I
motherfucker.
was like shotgunning beers with him. I was like, let's go. Like,
Yeah,
then
dude.
he's smoking too. I'm like, bad idea, guys.
Dude, hey, listen, dude fell asleep in the hotel lobby, then woke up, puked, and then went and slept in his car. Dude, it was so bad, and he quit window cleaning after that. And that was
I
it.
didn't see him the rest of the convention.
Yeah.
I didn't see him one more
We
time.
killed Fluff Daddy. We killed him.
Right.
He couldn't hang. Yeah, unfortunately.
Sure.
Mike was very, very upset with us about that. He's like, man, what'd you guys do to Fluff? I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, he fucking died last night, man.
Nothing he didn't want to have done.
He did all that shit willingly, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, you find out all these people are the same dudes that we all are. You know what I mean? It's just some have a filter, some don't. But then you get guys like Mike Nichols, and he's like chill in a totally different way. You know what I mean? Like he's his own.
Well, there's
guy,
there's certain dudes that like.
I think a lot of guys act tough or act like us, but behind the scenes they're really just bitches.
Oh, there's a few of those.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to be like an ass, but I've run into a bunch of guys, and then if you call them out on their shit, then all of a sudden they're like, oh, and they'll stay clear of you forever.
Right.
After that.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
well, there's like even dudes that we've had on this podcast that like their numbers didn't add up or their scheme didn't fucking add up, and we don't hear from them dudes no more. Like they delete us and shit like that. There's a couple of dudes that are like that. You know what I mean? So
just come on and be real. That's all. You know,
come on, talking numbers. At least have the numbers right.
I can tell you this. I've been doing this for like 37 years or however long it is.
Mm-hmm.
There's very few guys that would be my hero. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll respect anybody that comes on and talks a decent game, but I almost feel insulted that you're going to say something that is so obviously a fucking lie, and we're not going to pick up on it. Right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, don't insult my intelligence. I'm a fucking window cleaner, but I've been around the block.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why I don't, I've never done that. And I've never promoted it on the show, the whole numbers thing. I just don't, because everyone's situation is going to be different. You can give guys advice and shit like that, but when you get into scenarios where dudes are like trying to sell you on numbers and shit like that, they're trying to sell you something.
None of it matters.
And again, you're right. You're correct, because I mean, like, quality life versus money. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to take quality of life every day of the week. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, and that can change every year, too. You know what I mean? Like, you might hustle one year because you have to, and you need this, or you got to do that, and then the next year you kind of reel it back in.
Like 2023, that's my plan, is to go hard in the fucking paint, because I want a new kitchen. You know?
There you go.
I want a really nice kitchen. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm going to do the kitchen this year, and I'm like, I want a really fucking nice kitchen, you know what I mean? So I'm going to go fucking hard on it. But I'm going to do it all myself, and I'm going to set up, I'm going to buy a GoPro just to do time lapse. I'm just going to nail it to the wall and fucking just do time lapse of me doing the kitchen over the summer. I think that'll be fun.
That'd be sick, man. Like that. Yeah, I want a new deck and an outdoor shower, so I'm like, all right.
You're definitely going, definitely going hard, yeah.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
No, it is what it is.
Quality of life.
Yeah.
Dude, I love getting home from work. I used to have an outdoor shower, a place I rented back in the day, and shower beers after work are like the greatest thing ever outside. Like, it's, you just stand there, drink a beer, hang out in the sun. It's nice, man.
It's a really weird thing to want. Like, I want to be able to take a shower with my clothes on, drinking a beer outside.
Right.
I mean,
that's when you know you've got too much fucking money.
Yeah.
A shower outside, dude, is awesome. It's the best.
Seth,
I want a toilet outside, like fucking views over the mountain and shit.
I wouldn't be opposed to that. Like a good, like a shitter, like that's like walled off from the backside, and then you're looking out over into like a nice valley, some mountains, some nice trees and shit. Take massive fucking shits. That'd be awesome, dude.
Some trees and shit.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude.
See, that would be nice.
Seth's got that fucking Lamborghini's money, man.
No,
Yeah.
nice. No, nobody got that money.
This guy.
The man can just invent things in his head, and he's just like, all right, I'll just
You really got to appreciate that, though.
do it.
To be
Like, you know what I mean? That's a different kind of money.
right, you got to appreciate that, though.
Oh, dude,
Those fucking
there's
dudes.
two types of people in the world.
Those
you can either
dudes.
complain about people's shit, or you can strive to get their shit.
Those
And
dudes
that's-
started from fucking nothing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like doing that, like. Now, I don't know, they had the big window cleaning company, but I mean, as far as distributing, just think about the money and overhead starting something like that.
Yeah.
No, that was the perfect 100%
Perfect storm.
strategy. The
And-
strategy
yes.
behind that of looking at an industry.
The strategy, the time, everything
Yes.
just lined up, and
Well,
the
if you
perfect
look
two
at-
dudes
yes,
to do it.
As I'm sure they were, like you said, they were window cleaners, and then they started to look at how fragmented our industry is and how fragmented tool distribution is, and to come in and sweep the fucking rug with everybody.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
that's, I'm going to do another one-on-one interview. It's either going to, I got two lined up right now. I'm working on a third, but the next one, I don't know who's going to be next. It's either going to be Chris or Steve-O, one of the two, whoever picks the date first. I'm going to do another, like I did with Casper.
Yeah.
I'm going to start doing those, like maybe, one a month or something like that. Just, a little in-depth. But I really want to go into that with Chris. Like, because I feel like if you think about infiltrating the old boys club, that right, what those two did, just think about window cleaning and how small of a niche that this is, and just think about not only that but also distributing supplies to that small of a niche. There's people that like monoliths, like pillars of window cleaning that have been around forever, selling people squeegee rubber, and then these two fucking young punks are like, we're gonna sell shit on the internet, fuck you. That takes a special type of person to be like, fuck all this shit. You know what I mean?
For it, too. A lot of it, just going for it is.
So I'm hoping. I mean, of course, there's gonna have to be some level of decorum there because don't want it to affect the business. But I would really like to know, like, what. Like, there had to be some bullshit going on when they started doing this. Like, guys, like, don't sell to this dude. You know what I mean? Like, whatever you do, don't sell squeegee rubber to these two dickheads. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Right. There had to be that. Like, hey, man, if you guys, if you deal with these guys, we're not dealing with you anymore. You know what I mean? There has to be, you know what I mean?
Of course.
It's kind of hard to deny them anymore, though. I mean,
No.
Everybody on this fucking podcast right now is wearing a WCR shirt. You can't really get on TikTok without somebody seeing a hashtag WCR Nation or some sort of WCR swag somewhere.
Yeah.
That or a Squeegee Life towel.
Yeah. There are a lot of them out there. I love it.
I mean, listen, Mark, just think about that for a second, man. We went from fucking licking the white dog shit to fucking Squeegee Life towels all over the fucking world, bro.
I love to see them overseas. Yeah, that to me is fucking amazing.
You know what I like? You know what I want, Mark? A pat on the fucking back.
I've already told
listen,
you, man.
I want a fucking slow jam hand job from you. That's what I want.
Do I need
Mark,
two hands?
Mark is retiring from
just requiring two hands?
Yes.
Holy shit.
No, I mean, you're going to like this.
I'll pretend, though.
Index and thumb. Yes, pretend.
Okay.
Make me feel good about it.
Yeah.
Nice. Probably got like weird calluses in certain spots that just make it feel just right,
Right.
It's a little too descriptive.
He's working on them and shit all day.
Like, thought about it a little bit. What would that?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, man. I never in a million years thought that it would be what it's turned out to be. Never in a million years. I don't really feel like anybody that was watching. What's that, dude?
They're the end. They're the end result. It's a matter of time before other companies all just kind of flop out and go bye-bye, and they're the last, because they've introduced in a way that millennials and younger can participate in the window cleaning, buy their stuff, internet,
Right.
everything, they're
Right.
everywhere, where the other companies don't do any of that stuff.
Mm-mm.
No, because they've
And
been around for 100 years and they don't
They
relate
feel like
to
we
it.
don't have to do that, and
Yeah.
but I've
do
noticed.
it, but
I will say
they're gonna have
this.
to do it, or else they're not going to stay around much longer, because the youth is being raised on WCR.
Yeah.
As far as window cleaning goes, you
I'm
know.
Yeah.
going to say this. I have noticed that there are. I've seen one that's trying to do the same thing. Now, I don't think.
Yeah.
I think it's a little too late. It's a little too late for that. You know what I mean? That's just
Well,
my
the market
personal
is
opinion.
too small.
Yeah.
This market is too small for two giant fish. You can
Right.
have one giant fish, and then you can have nothing to do with fish window cleaning, obviously, but
Right.
two giant fish. You can have a giant fish, and then you can have some smaller fish, and then you'll have some fish that go away. But you're not going to have two heavy hitters.
I don't-
There's not enough.
And I don't necessarily think that it's an instance to where, people are loyal or like WCR because they send them free T-shirts and shit. I think it's got more to do. They've like the service, the shipping.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't really, you really can't beat that. Nothing is.
If
Nothing is your
if
fault.
You look at it as a whole, the shipping, the products that are built in house and everything. It's going to become eventually, if it's not already, a cult following in the younger generation of window cleaners. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like people like my dad,
Mm.
they wouldn't give a shit about a mystery box. They wouldn't give a shit about
Mm.
a podcast of Steve-O and Jersey. They wouldn't. They would be like,
Yeah.
just leave me alone. I'm going to go wash
Indifferent.
my windows,
Yeah.
collect my money, and go home.
Right.
Well, now this whole generation, younger than all of us, that's what they're into, and it's
Look at
catered
that.
right to them.
That kid on TikTok, Austin.
Right.
For instance.
Austin's blowed up. Yeah. He's got more WCR shit than I have.
Yeah, right.
You know?
Fucking crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like a testament, like, for me anyways, I started out fucking hating them.
Uh-huh.
Just because of, like, garbage that I was kind of spoon-fed when I got into it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we could talk about who did that later, but
Right.
I got spoon-fed into this kind of stuff, and then I was all like Windows 101 type stuff, and fuck WCR,
Mm.
just because of the people I was with. And then, I said some shit I shouldn't have ever said, that was
Right.
nasty and stuff. Like, Chris reached out to me one time and was like, hey, man, I appreciate that and this and that and the other. And I'm like, what the fuck this guy talking about? Appreciates shit. Fuck you, dude. And then, point, everything Chris said actually, like, kind of came full circle about the group that I was with.
Mm-hmm.
And, I was like, oh shit,
Mm-hmm.
and, Chris was like, no biggie, I apologized. He kind of like was like, yeah, not like come back to the occult or whatever, but it was like, yeah, come on in. You're more than welcome, dude. You can always buy shit from us. You can whatever, and WCR was the only place too at the time that had like useful information on anything,
Right.
Yeah.
and just like the marketing tips, all the bullshit that they put out there for free for other window cleaners. It's just crazy. I was just
I
one
don't
of the guys.
think. I don't think anybody.
I can't do it. You know what I mean?
I don't think anybody. I don't think anybody talked more shit on him than I did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
First
I
time on the podcast,
I made like hit videos on Luke the Window Cleaner. I mean, like, their star pupil at the time. Like the beginning of our every podcast we uploaded, there was a dig at Luke every fucking one. You know what I mean? Like every podcast we did. You know what I mean? Like I was like, and me and Chris, to Chris's defense, he stuck up for himself. You know what I mean? He stuck up for, he called me. Like, he didn't do no over the fucking Facebook type shit. He called me. He sought me out, found my number in his database. He's like, yo.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to the Kevin dude? Oh, Kevin the window cleaner? That fucking goof.
he was interesting.
We ruined him.
People were trying to like, relate me to him, and I was like, dude, no.
Whatever, bro. That was your boy. That was your fucking boy. Mr. Battery Acid in the fucking Boab fucking goof.
No,
Joshua
no.
called him a pedophile on the podcast live, and he
I think
fucking
that's what
ruined him,
really
dude. Ruined him,
started
dude.
to get-
You called me a
Yeah.
fucking pedophile, and
That
I'm like,
voicemail
oh
was
no,
the
dude. And then I made a rap song
That
about it. You
voicemail was
remember
the
I
best.
took your guys' voices and I made that.
I think that had mine in it, huh?
Yeah. You
can't
douche.
remember.
It was good though. It was catchy as fuck. I don't know what you mean, dude.
What it was like I was always saying, "It's your boy."
It's your boy.
Yeah, but
Or
That and when you did Wet 'em Willie with the zebra cakes holder.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That
Yeah.
shit.
I still think it's one of my favorite things. It needs to be uploaded.
What do you mean? That shit's still there, man.
Yeah.
Is that one video?
Yeah.
I know, but you need to re-upload it
Oh,
every Christmas.
Oh,
And just like, run it again.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a
all right.
Christmas. Yeah.
It's like watching a Christmas story. It never gets old.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I love the Perry one the most.
Oh yeah.
Perry, whoa, Perry.
He said this dude said the 3-story Burger King guy. I do 3-story Burger Kings. That shit was fucking. Oh my god.
Still never seen one of those.
That shit, like, man, dude, I feel bad about that shit, dude. Like, we fucking totally crushed that poor dude, man.
Yeah,
Like,
he doing that to doing beer reviews because he was just like, I'm getting
well, he
shot.
like sent me a letter and shit talking about how I ruined his marriage and shit. I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, none of this shit has anything to do with the pipe and the wife guy. Like, come on, dude.
Right.
His wife is like, "You're the laughing stock of the social community.
Yeah,
You're a
you're a fucking loser, man. Those dudes are way hotter than you when they clean glass.
Yeah, it's like that. You ever seen What About Bob? You guys ever seen that?
Yeah,
Where he's
yes.
like, there's two people on this earth: people who like Neil Diamond and people who don't. My
Yeah,
wife loved her. Are you
right.
saying you got divorced because you didn't like Neil Diamond, or did you get divorced because you're a psycho? It's like,
Oh, hey. I don't know, man. I feel bad about a lot of the shit that I've fucking said on here. Jason Brink, man, listen, don't fucking, if you say his name, it's like Beetlejuice, dude.
Right.
You're about to
Yeah,
see, he's trying to bring up EB, and I won't allow him to do that on here, dude. That dude was fucking psycho, man. I've never dealt with a more crazier character than that. But I tried to fight him, but he wouldn't come up to the AMVETS in Michigan. I was like, yo, bro, I'm like 20 minutes, I'm like maybe 2 turns from your house, bro. Like, come up to the AMVETS up here and let me whoop that ass real quick. You know what I mean? He didn't come up there, though. I tried to, maybe he'd come up in, like, his Bentley or on his motorcycle that he was cleaning with his water-fed pole system or something. Fucking goof.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
That guy was fucking weird.
He left, like, totally fucking ruined my Google reviews for, like, almost a year with his fucking comments. Not because people were like, I'm not using this guy because he's an internet bully. No, because I had to hide the fucking 5-star reviews because this goof was replying on them. But I listen, man, my lawyer's sending you something, which they did. If you don't take that shit down, me and you's gonna have a problem. I said, but outside of that, when I find you, I'm gonna beat your ass. I was like, I got a cousin up there that will come to your house and knock on your door and beat your ass in your living room right now. If you don't, you know what I mean? And then homeboy was like,
yeah, these people act like we don't know shit. They're like, fuck.
well, I'll tell you what, 2 days later, that motherfucker, he called me, man. He called me and apologized and told me he had a brain tumor and shit and it made him say dumb shit. That was his excuse to me. He's like, I got a brain tumor. It makes me do dumb shit. I'm like, okay, bro. Like, first of all, that's really weird. Second of all, like, listen, you
That's the
got
strangest excuse I've ever heard of.
I'm like, listen, dude, it's the internet. It's YouTube. You got mad at me because your numbers didn't add up. And all I said on your fucking Facebook post was like, hey, bro, you need to bust out a calculator because you look dumb because your numbers aren't adding up. You know what I mean? You're saying you end up with this much at the end of the day and you're way off by a lot by the numbers you just said. You know what I mean? Like, you fucking weirdo. And then it went to, like, I was like, started the t-shirt thing, and then he started the t-shirt thing, and then his whole thing was about how he's doing cry cut t-shirts at the flea market and shit, like, and then he's like, I got a Bentley from doing this. You know what I mean? I'm just like,
Yeah.
bro, you're super weird. You're buying fucking subs and fucking views on YouTube. It's scary, man. You gotta.
Wife was the breadwinner.
Oh yeah, the whole time. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Well, I mean, mental illness is wild.
Yeah, he's definitely had one. I hope the dude's better. Like Keith Kalfas said that the dude's like like a different person now. So I hope so. I don't believe that. What?
I just pulled up the outlaw roast of Kevin the window cleaner on the other screen.
Oh, yeah.
Shit is classic.
Yeah.
Dude, you used to do some amazing shit with that editing. Oh my god. Holy shit.
I was like, hey man, I'm gonna do this on your video. Is that cool? He's like, yeah, as long as you do it to everybody. I'm like, yeah, man, we're gonna do a bunch of them. Just did that one.
Again, I thought it was fucking hilarious, man. I know it was a lot of work on your part.
Yeah, where Beavis and Butthead are watching like Mystery Science. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're just cracking on everything he's cracking on his video.
Yeah, it was.
Or when Josh fell in his driveway and the bomb exploded for him.
Oh, that was classic.
I think Mark watched that 200 times.
I couldn't stop. I watched it the minute TJ put it up 100 times. I had to pull my truck over laughing. And then he brought in the wave.
The wave, the
wave.
tsunami, the atomic bomb, the tsunami, the earthquake, the Japanese dude, and the office was fucking, it's beautiful. I asked him to send it to me. Josh was a good sport about that. I was like, man, hey, can you send me the raw video? And he's like, yeah, sure. I know what you're gonna fucking do. And I was like, dude, it's gonna be so good. You gotta let me do something with this.
Yeah.
It was good too. It was excellent.
Oh my god.
I used to have a lot of fun on here. This was my way to fucking shit on people, and then it just got to be like too much bullshit, too politicky and shit for me. You know what I mean? Dudes in the industry and shit, like, it just got weird. You know what I mean? Like, it went left real quick. You know, it went from something that we didn't take very serious to dudes like, setting up organizations and fucking Facebook pages and shit. Like, you fucking weirdos.
Yeah, it got weird for a while.
Yeah, it got super weird. And now, those dudes run in their circle and we run in our circle. You know what I mean? I don't pay no union dues. Those dudes pays union dues. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just not into it. You know what I mean? I'm not into it.
Union dues.
Yeah, I'm not going to bring it up.
I think, too.
Mark almost got indoctrinated into that shit. He still is. He needs it for his fluffy. He needs it for his fucking resume. Mark does.
Mm-hmm. I got a great
Somebody
resume.
Stroke his fucking ego. Mark Tanner needs his ego stroked.
I'm the last person that needs
Whatever, dude. You're always looking for fucking pats on the back. I'm like, Mark, you gotta stop, bro. It's weird when you ask me to tell you you're cool.
I pay through t-shirts.
Yeah. Mark is so awesome. Which is gay. I wish you'd like I told you I gave you, I was like, listen, use this to get discount, and you still bought them at full price like a fucking asshole.
Well, it was an impulse buy. You were talking about the discounts, and I saw the shirts, and I'm like, you know what?
Yeah, but you didn't even use the discount code.
Yeah, because everybody who used the discount got their money back and no shirts. See?
Everybody gets their shirts.
I got my shirts a week later.
Everybody gets their shirts. Now, there's a couple guys that got their shirts that they weren't the exact color that they asked for, but, I'm sorry. I had to make shit happen. I feel bad, real bad about it. You could tell. Man, we got 4 people watching us, and 2 of them are us.
Everybody got fault. T-shirts. It's not my fault.
Well, people aren't going to be really watching this.
We're getting close to the holidays anyways.
Get so close to the holidays, and they won't. The live viewership, we don't get the live viewership. We get the afterwards views, like dudes watch it the next day. You know what I mean? Normally is when people watch it.
A lot to watch 2 hours, too. You know what I mean?
Fridays, Saturdays usually when the views come in. You know what I mean? It's usually when they roll up. And they stay around 300 views. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I'm not tripping. It'd probably do... The show would perform a lot better if I was like Steve-O about it. You know what I mean? Like, just to be honest. I mean, Steve-O's got it licked. The algorithm, he knows the right kind of fucking hashtags and shit to fucking do, and has all the links linked together and everything's fucking the way it's supposed to be, and I ain't like that. Like I could
But we never set out to
be,
market this that way.
Yeah, but
It
now
was basically four guys hanging around having fun.
But now that we've been doing it for so long, it's like almost like, man, we should probably take some advantage, at least a little bit advantage of what we've got going on here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we should. You know what I mean? They should be like the audio versions. Like people stop sending me messages about it. They're like, dude, what's up with the audio versions of the podcast? And I'm just like, watch it on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Well, I gotta pay YouTube subscription to fucking do. And I'm like, I'm sorry, bro.
I know. It's hard, man.
Jason Lehman always leveraging to get something for free. So the four watching should get the mystery boxes because we are the OG crowd. All right, you twisted our arm. You guys get them. Hey, Chris, send them to KD, Jason Lehman, and Mr. Awesome Guy. They can have them. Fuck it. Drawing over. We're not even doing the podcast next week. We're just...
we're sending them.
The Christmas surprises, we're not going to be here.
There's just going to be a live feed for 2 hours of all the prizes with no explanation, no way to win them, no way to communicate.
And it's not even going to be talking. It's just going to be pictures of 4 cardboard boxes for 2 hours.
Exactly.
Yes. It'd be awesome.
I don't know. I dig the turn vibe that's here.
You dig the
what? You never know what's going to happen next type thing.
The Howard Stern, like Howard Stern. You ever watch like his shit?
Oh yeah. Oh, with this show. With our show, yeah. I mean, that was kind of like me and Mark talked about this way long time ago. I mean, we didn't grow up, but working and shit. Like we listen to Howard Stern in the morning on the way to work, or you're like bouncing in and out of the fucking car, washing windows to catch the Howard Stern show. You know what I mean? Right. That was kind of like the feel we were going from the very beginning. Unfortunately, that's turned away about 90% of the window cleaning audience. And that's only because most of them are really religious folk. You know what I mean? That's just, you know what I mean? And I'm not going to... I've always been leaning towards, like, we'll just, like, narrow our focus to the 10%. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We'll just do that. That's what we'll do. We'll just keep it real, and, you know what I mean? People either find things about us that they like or they won't. You know what I mean? I'm not going to... What's the point?
It kind of is what it is at this point,
Yeah, it's going to be what it's going to be. There for a long time.
Why cater to a demographic none of us are interested in catering to,
Right, because we're always going to make comments about dudes not having sleeves on their shirts and, just stupid shit that's going to turn people away. You know what I mean? That's just what's going to happen. Like, well, that's my buddy. I don't like you guys anymore. Okay, cool. I'm not buying your t-shirts. I'm going to buy another dude's t-shirts that are second rate. You know what I mean? Okay, dude. That's cool, man. I'm not tripping, man. I'm not tripping about none of that stuff. If you don't like me, that's cool. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of people that got me blocked in the window cleaning community. You know what I mean? There's a lot of dudes out there that got me blocked. You know what I mean?
Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished. You know what I mean? Like
good. I didn't like you either, bitch.
Right?
Well,
I wasn't a fan of yours neither. I still have a fucking file folder in my 4 terabyte hard drive that says James Riley on it. Like, I got fucking bullets. I got a magazine ready to just unload on your ass.
Right.
Like, I just fucking upload them to YouTube right now. You know what I mean? Like, I'm waiting for this motherfucker to say something to me.
We've got a shit ton of Photoshop stuff in there.
Yeah. I'm go hard.
You have
in
no
the
idea who
paint.
you hang out with.
I got a loop folder. I'm ready, dude. Like, whoever wants to fucking... What happened to the sleeveless dude? I'm not really sure, Jason. I think, Mark made a comment on here. We brought something up, and Mark made a comment, and then I fucking co-signed the comment and dude to stop watching the show. You know what I mean? So,
look, I like Kevin. I've hung out with Kevin.
I hung out with Kevin too.
I mean, we didn't go to eat or drink together, but I hung out with him for quite some time at the trade shows. And I think he's a cool dude. I just didn't agree with certain things that happened, but I got mad respect for the dude and his whole family.
I do too. I do too. I mean, what we said.
If he's upset, he's upset.
Yeah, he's upset about the window cleaner of the year comment. He was upset about that. You know what I mean? And it was tongue in cheek. Like his daughter won window cleaning of the year, and fucking Mark's like, well, I wonder how she won that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It was just a fucking joke. You know what I mean? And dudes get all butthurt over shit. Hey,
Look,
Gary D.
somebody...
Hey, Merry
Look.
Christmas to you, Gary, down in Australia, brother. Thank you for watching, man. I appreciate it, Gary.
Yeah, man.
Again,
Appreciate
like,
it,
I'm
man.
sorry if
Look,
dude took that shit the wrong way, but I mean, this is the podcast for that, man. And if you're gonna get upset about something like that, then you know, I mean, it was definitely in jest, and then it just went to another place when I was just like, you know, when I made that made that post and he made that comment, I'm just like, dude, is there like, you know, like if there's something you want to say, just say it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been like anytime you had like a support a fucking window cleaner fucking thing, like we were always give to it. You know what I mean? We were one of the first dudes that were always like, hey man, anything we could do to help, just let us know. You know what I mean? So,
well,
like,
Kevin's a big boy. I know he knows how to defend himself.
Yeah.
And if you would pick up the phone and say, hey, dude, you know, I didn't appreciate that. I'd be like,
water under the bridge. You know what I mean? Like, it's whatever.
Man,
I don't know. We kind of went, you know, we were going a little hard in the fucking paint with the whole sleeveless comments.
I think that's, dude, I get called Squidward like house. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you get upset by me picking on personal things that you're doing, it's a joke. Yeah, it's you know what I mean? Like, it's just, you know, I mean, that's, I don't know.
I guess maybe I'm privy to some things that maybe most people aren't privy to because of relationships that I've developed, you know, like really close personal relationships I've developed within the industry. So I'm privy to some things that maybe, like James said, the normal dude on Facebook isn't privy to. You know what I mean? So there's like some really squirrely, like crotchety, like woman shit going on, like, and saying that women do that shit is like a stretch. It's not even woman shit. It's like fucking childish, just childish, like, you know, like, like just dumbass shit. Like, you know, it's not, you know what I mean? Like, dude, why do that?
I mean, the amount of like backstabbing bullshit that goes on. Like, dude, remember, like, we had IWCA guys on here a bunch trying to promote that shit. And like, hey, why don't you tell us, like, how's it going to be new? Asking questions, trying to promote it. And then people are like, well, this person did. Like, it all boils down to, like, stop being a pussy. You know what I mean? Like, just fucking, if you don't like something someone said, tell them.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that without any hesitation. Like, there wasn't nobody else doing no shit like this that was bumping for them dudes like that. You know, we tried to get their membership up and, you know what I mean, have dudes on and talk about it and shit like that, and then all of a sudden it's like some other shit because that particular group of dudes is trying to get their super shine on, and they're like, we don't want these fucking roughnecks a part of this crowd. Well, I got news for you. There's more people out there like us than you think there are. You know what I mean? So you're turning away loud voices for no reason.
Well, they complained about it being an old boys club and they were going to change it. And they just changed the definition of an old boys club. That's all they did.
Moving the fucking
we're
finish
line. We're going to make it inclusive and bring other people in, except we're not.
Right.
It's going to be a dick-sucking contest. And it's like, that's what it's been since the 80s. Like, it's just the fucking same thing.
If you disagree with someone on those groups, they try to flex on you with the number game all the time, like it matters. And then it makes them right and you wrong because of it. James, now I understand why Jacob always gives you the shit. Vaping equal pussy. Fucking vape pussy. Yeah, both my daughters vape, so that makes sense, Jason. Fucking pussy.
Who said that?
A lot of people out there need to have a cup of concrete and harden the hell up. People of these days are a bunch of sooks. Yeah, dude. I mean, I gotta be honest with you, man. I think that's really just the crux of the fucking problem, dude. You know what I mean? Like, people may look at, you know, I'm not saying soften it up, but you know what I mean? I feel like maybe dudes do shit a little extra because there's females involved. And I just come from school where the women are just as hard as we are. You know what I mean? So I don't put on, like, Mrs. Tanner does not strike me as a soft lady. Like, she's going to let you know. She's going to take a shit in the woods if she has to. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's all that she's a little dirt don't hurt. You know what I mean? Jennifer is the same way. You You know what I mean? It's and clearly so is Christine. We saw who fucking took.
I saw who's a good rider.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. But you know what I mean? It's just, sometimes I think dudes just go through extra hoops just to make themselves like the technician shit, like all that goofy shit. Like man, you're just doing extra for no need. There's just no need for it, man. You know what I mean? Like my guys, how about that? Or my workers or something, like technicians, they're really not technical. There's nothing we're doing that's technical here. You know what I mean? You have to get I have 6 trucks on the road when you never ask them anything about their business. Yeah, you're right. There's a lot of that going on. On. Like, there's dudes out there that are like fucking could be out here flexing like a like Joshua Shoaf, for instance. Josh Shoaf can get on the internet and flex big time on you, but you'll never see Joshua do that.
There's a ton of guys like that, but they're out making money. They're not fucking.
KD, most of the time, those dudes that say, I got fucking 45 dudes and fucking $2.5 million in the bank aren't really fucking rolling like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Even if you are, that flex on somebody on the internet makes you look stupid.
Yeah.
Makes you look like a child. You know what I'm saying?
Makes you look like you fucking have no wit whatsoever and someone's hurt your feelings. You know what I mean? Like, come on, dude. I look at everybody as my equal in this. Even the dude that just went to fucking Home Depot and bought a fucking washer and a squeegee and run around with a round fucking mop bucket just starting out. We're all doing the same thing. I'm just doing it faster and better than he is. And eventually he's going to be able to do it like I am. It's not like this is a gated community and you're never going to be allowed in here because, this is a fucking upper echelon club here. No, listen.
Yeah.
It's just repetition, man. That's all that it fucking is. I don't have any secrets. Yeah. You either make it fucking bigger than it is when you started out or you don't. And no matter what, you're going to get good at it eventually. I mean, shit, man. How long, you know what I mean? How are you going to be the guy that's not good at cleaning windows? Like, what are we talking about here?
Right.
Well, the same thing applies to your business. Like, do you want it to be your business or do you want it to be the business that you think your customers deserve? So you put on a fake front of a nice kiss-ass kind of guy who has technicians and uses towels instead of rags and all that bullshit, just so you can have something that's not really you. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I mean, I'm a small thing. It's me, my brother. I like it that way. Customers get me. They get who I am.
Yep. I'm the same way, dude.
Love it because I'm me. And, I mean, there's bigger companies that do what they do, and that's cool for them. Mm-hmm. But a lot of them fail in the fact that they have too many people or college kids, or they don't clean windows, they don't clean shit right.
I'm going to go out on a limb. I've been doing this for a long time. Mm-hmm. I don't know any that I really have to think. I know some guys that left the industry pretty well off, but there are no mega millionaire window cleaners, at least that I've ever met. Even guys that have companies that do 7 figures are not mega millionaires. It's and you know what? Sometimes when I'm just feeling down on the industry, like this fucking, I go work for people and I'm like, when you get to know them, you say, well, what did you do? Well, I was an investment banker or I was an electrician. You look at, out of jealousy, you look at what they have and you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Know what I'm saying? Look.
Yeah, I hear you.
There's just not. You can make a nice living. My old man used to tell me, look, you can go anywhere in the country and pick up some money. If you're traveling, you can make a living. You're a glorified janitor.
It's all fucking relative, man. It's all relative.
But you're not going to be a fucking, unless you're willing to fuck everybody in your path. Buying and selling businesses and everything, you're never going to be.
It's all relative. Yeah, it's all relative, man.
Yeah.
Everyone's bubble's different. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I look at the 2 guys that I worked for most of my career, and both of those guys do really, really well for themselves. Have really nice stuff, really nice things set up for themselves. One of them's a really nice guy. Like him a lot, and he made a really good business for himself. And I mean, nobody's going to be mega millionaires, but I think the ceiling's a little higher in window cleaning, like anything. Like, it's all what you put into it.
Yeah.
Or
it's. I don't think necessarily Mark's poo-pooing the end result.
No, I'm not saying that.
No,
but he's just saying he just like from his knowledge of what he's seen in the years that he's been in the business. 9 times out of 10, these guys aren't
Yeah.
retiring
No,
on window cleaning money. You know what I mean? Like, you
Unfortunately,
got to make
more
that
often
shit
than not,
happen. You got to make that shit happen.
you'll see guys that have made a very nice living. Okay,
I'll probably
But
be a
at
Walmart door
60,
greeter.
dude,
You know what I
if
mean?
they've been cleaning windows for
You know what I'm
40
saying?
years, at 60,
Yeah.
you are wore the fuck
Yeah, I'll
out.
probably, like I said, I'll probably be a Walmart door
Yeah.
greeter, and then I'll probably have COPD, and Eddie will be dead, but he'll be laughing at me. You know what I mean? And it'll be fine.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
Right.
I'm
Now,
okay
Eddie
with
will
that.
Eddie will have one of those.
Oh, Eddie's
one of
got
those
so much
walkers
money
with
he'll
the 10
live
falls on the
forever.
back.
Eddie will live forever. He's probably gonna be freeze dried like fucking Walt Disney. He's got
We'll
that
have
kind of money.
tycoon
He's a
walkers
tycoon. Reanimate me so I can laugh at Fat TJ later on. Yeah. Well, this is the thing. I can fucking lose weight tomorrow. You're still being ugly motherfuckers. So there's that. Yeah, Mark Darnell. What's up, Mark? I hope you're having
doing, Mark?
Merry Christmas, Mark Darnell, and I hope you and your family are doing well, sir.
Right, exactly.
COPD. Listen, man, when Eddie hit me with that COPD comment, that shit was so fucking funny. Like, why couldn't we just keep it like that? You know what I mean? Why'd you have to fucking, like, why you have to be a cunt? You know what I mean? Like, why couldn't you just keep it like Eddie? Because Eddie's hilarious.
Yeah, he is.
I wanted
on
to
it.
call. I made Squeegee Life playing cards. I put the Tanner design on the playing cards. I was gonna
Wow.
call. Yeah, I have a decks of playing cards with that
Yeah, you
Squeegee.
sent us the pictures in box.
Yeah, you didn't. Yeah, Mark doesn't pay
No, I
attention
didn't see 'em.
unless it's fucking
No,
farts. I
I-
don't care.
No, it's not that I don't care. I don't always look at it, and my app doesn't give me.
They're like
number that
fucking
there's-
$15 a deck though. They're not cheap.
Well, you get 52, right?
Yeah,
So okay, so that's only a couple pennies a card. It's a pretty
it's
good
ridiculous. But I don't make. I mean, I put them. Everything that's up on the website is what Shopify suggested retail is. You know what I mean? I don't
Yeah.
bump up the price.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, you know what I mean? I'm making a couple dollars off of each transaction. It's really not a lot of money. So,
Well, I think we should. I think we should chip in because doesn't Eddie do card tricks?
Yeah.
Let's send him some Squeegee Life cards on the company,
well, listen,
and let him
all
do
you
some-
have to
he's gotta
do,
card
all
tricks.
you have to do is get me an address, and I will make that happen right
Yeah, I
away.
think
I'll
we
send
should.
that to the back of my ball sack.
Seth is super mad at me. He's glaring at me like, "We're supposed to be fuck that guy forever. What happened?" I'm just a
Yeah.
hey, listen, man.
Listen,
I'm having a psychedelic evening, and I just, I feel bad. You know what I mean? A little bit, not a lot. You know.
Hey, T,
No.
you know,
Oh,
look,
yeah.
T,
I mean,
I,
I don't hold shit forever, but I'm gonna hold it for a while.
T,
I mean, fuck
You
him,
know,
but I'll send him some fucking cards.
I think we need to do a Seth Byers
Mm.
edition.
type of product. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I helped you with the Squeegee
Right.
Life thing. I gave you the idea and you ran with it, and it's awesome.
Mhm.
But we need to do. Seth needs to get in on this.
Well, gee,
Well,
we can think about it. We'll think about it.
Yeah, maybe something SpongeBob. Or something.
I'll get
pineapple.
someone to take Seth's head and stretch it out like Squidward's house, and we'll put it
Oh,
on
don't worry, you can do that right now. Yeah.
we'll put it on a
Doing
we'll
it
put
at-
it on
yeah,
a
let
pint
me get
glass.
My phone.
We'll put it on a
Yeah.
pint glass because
Yeah.
Seth likes to drink beers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
BS,
Yeah, we need,
BS
yeah, we
kid,
need the-
BS
BS
kid.
that was Modelo fucking
Yeah,
mug.
yeah.
And,
Well, the door is always open for ideas. You guys know that. Anytime there's an idea, all you got to do is say, "Hey, man, let's do this," and I'm like, I'm open to that. You know what I mean? That's where the Squeegee Life Jack Daniels label came from. Is Mark's
That's
being
right.
like, you should do that would be cool, and I'm like, all right, I'll do it, and it looks cool. And now it's on playing cards.
Yeah.
More-
And T-shirts.
Idea. I wanted them to put a fleshlight at the end of that.
Yeah.
I thought that would have been
Listen, bro.
badass. dude.
Listen, bro. You know
dude,
our
I
goal.
thought of-
Our
That's
goal.
a whole nother level, James.
Our goal is to fucking be sponsored by a boner pill company. That's what we
Right.
want. We want a
Right.
we
Right.
want a boner pill or
Yeah.
fleshlight.
Well, just
I'm
so
cool
you
with
guys
that
know-
too. A fleshlight
Yeah,
too, dude.
yeah.
Jacob, I told Jacob I'm gonna try to make it happen, dude.
Fleshlight.
I've-
Dude, that'd be
No.
awesome, man.
Chew, bro. The blue chew.
Oh, the blue chew? Fuck yeah, dude. That'd be fucking rad, dude.
Right.
when I was doing YouTube, dude, I had an incredible pull.
Oh, did
I
you?
could just like message people and like, hey, give me free shit. Okay.
Yeah,
For
like
real.
this dude is fucking creepy and annoying. Just send him shit.
Yeah, get him to go away.
You gotta get this guy fucking out of my inbox.
Me and Jacob had like a good like. We were like the only dudes at the time that like did all this like Ederate stuff, you know.
Mm.
And like I like reached out to him and I talked to Ederate's daughter and stuff. She's really nice.
Mm.
And Diane or whatever. And yeah, it was weird. We did all that, and it was so funny because people got so butthurt. Like they were giving us Squeegee channels and handles, and it was like, dude, I already bought everything they make. I already owned. They just sent me some other stuff, and then eventually I ended up giving most of it away to other window cleaners.
Who got
Yeah.
butthurt
And then-
about that?
People get butthurt about that shit. If you get free shit and they don't, they get butthurt.
Oh,
bro.
well, the average dude watching a YouTube video is like, I can't believe you got free shit.
Yeah, it's weird, bro. And so like we'd posted.
I've already
The
bought
group-
1,000 of these, guy. You know what I mean? Relax.
Right. You got my money, yeah.
You got my money, dude.
Who was it? Gary Maurer. He's like an ICW guy or whatever the fuck.
IWCA,
Yeah.
but whatever.
He's like, I can't support this. I can't believe fucking Ederate would even give you guys the, whatever decency to post stuff. And I was like, oh my God. And then,
Who is
fast
that
forward,
guy anyways? Like,
we lost our little connection with them because they got a new marketing manager guy.
mm,
But all I see now is like that guy, the gay guy, Gabe and stuff, and like all the, the one group. I don't want to.
I see there's
they're
a
all-
dude on TikTok all the time that's like doing like Ederate videos all the time. I don't know who the guy is, but he actually went as far as to comment on, like, how Jersey was doing those TikToks to like rate your squeegee technique, and he like gave me a high score, and this dude was like, how is that a fucking din? Mine was a do. I'm just like, man, like, you gotta relax, bro, because I'm smooth like
Right.
a mother. I'm smooth like butter, cuz. Don't fucking try to assault my game, man. Get the fuck out of here, guy. Fucking hater, dude. Come on, man.
Heard about dumb shit.
I mean,
Who
you know
cares?
how often do I cry about Unger not showing me no shine? Like, ain't nobody using that 0 degree on TikToks or YouTube the way I do. Come on, man. What's up, man?
Yeah.
Come on, man. You know what I mean? Get the fuck out of here. Everybody's
That's
a
only
fucking.
because I don't do TikTok.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
I
First
did one
of all,
video and I got
listen.
booted. I did balloon animals with my penis and they thought it was inappropriate. They threw me out.
Listen, this fucking guy. First of all, I got video evidence.
go.
Like, you show me how to do the
Video
flippy flappity
evidence, video
floopity
evidence.
doopity doopity.
Look,
I don't see
hey,
how that even
hey,
saves
James,
any
you're the
time.
impartial
Now
James.
all of a sudden,
This
now
fucking guy is
all
an
of a sudden,
editing-
he's Mr. fucking
an
0
amazing
degree. Get
editor.
the fuck out of here,
Okay.
cuz.
It's
Get
just
outta
like the
here, bro.
fucking
You're short,
Watergate
you're
tapes.
short and you're
There's
gay.
editing shit that was left on the floor. Okay.
No. I'm not even talking about our race. I'm talking about how you used to poo-poo me using a 0 degree all the fucking time.
Oh, I
now,
love the 0 degree.
now,
No, I
now
give you
you're sending me
credit for that,
videos.
dude.
Now you're sending me videos like, look what I
It's
can do,
since
TJ.
surpassed-
Look what I can do.
know,
Get the fuck
Well,
out
it's just
of
like
here,
my
dude.
dad used to say, the pupil always surpasses the teacher, and I left you in the dust. You know what I'm saying? I bet you're still reaching in a bucket, and I'm on the road
Hey,
already.
man. Hey, man. You know what I mean?
Get
What
over
can
it.
I do?
Hey, already. You popped
I got
out, looked in the window,
COPD.
went back in your truck and went on Facebook.
I got
Yeah.
COPD, man. There ain't much I can do, man. I got COPD. I'm fat. I fucking don't have any money. Life sucks for me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what to do, dude.
You ain't got a Sorbo cup either.
No, I ain't got one of those neither, man. There's a sweet ass. There's a cup on there inspired by Merc. There's one of those little queer ass tumblers with a straw hanging out of it on there now.
Attaboy.
They Leonard Skinner on it.
Mm-mm.
Leonard Skinner.
Tuesday's gone.
Tuesday's
Black man
gone.
plays.
Cody Jakes.
Listen, twat waffle. I gotta tell you,
That's my word.
yeah, I stole that, but
Yeah.
I did take the time
Yeah.
to. What's that guy's? The huge fucking guy.
Oh, Jelly
that you
Roll.
went-
Jelly Roll.
Jelly Roll,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I did
Oh.
listen to a couple of his songs.
Huh.
Now,
That shit's okay.
I'm not a rap guy,
Uh-huh.
okay? I don't think country should be rapped. He's got an amazing voice.
Yeah.
I got to give you
Doesn't
that.
he? I mean,
And he don't. No. Look, he's got an amazing voice. It almost one of the songs I listened to kind of sounded a little bit Chris Stapleton.
yeah, a little bit.
And-
yeah, I would see. I can
and
see
then-
where you could
And then I
draw
think
that
I
conclusion.
realized that he might have completely swallowed Chris Stapleton.
No, there's a possibility. Yeah, that's a possibility. That's a possibility.
He tours
It's a
in a little
possibility.
Debbie snack truck. Okay?
James isn't gonna like anything that doesn't have anything to do with like My Chemical Romance or something fucking like razor, like fucking, you know what I mean? Like I'm slitting my wrist listening to this song. That's James's shit.
So full of shit.
Whatever, dude.
I was offended when you guys were all talking smack on Kiss. I was like, what the fuck?
Dude, well that's super gay, dude. Like
I bug out.
who
fucking
listens?
heard it.
Hey, who listens to fucking? Who like throws in Kiss Live? You know what I mean? And fucking listens to that on their CD player. What a fucking loser, dude! Like, no, dude, you gotta fucking expand your horizons. If your Mount Rushmore includes any of the Kiss members, we gotta have a. I can't take anything you
Right.
say seriously.
Right.
Sorry,
Oh my
that's
God.
just like saying AC/DC is good. Like, dude, AC/DC might be the worst fucking band on the fucking planet.
Some of it's
Listen, dude, they got some. You know who likes fucking AC/DC? Pedophiles. Because there's a fucking grown man running around with a fucking school kid's fucking outfit on. You bunch of fucking creeps. Get the fuck out of here, man.
I like rock. I think Leonard Skinner's cool. I like a little of everything.
There's two bands
I
I
don't-
can't fuck with. Kiss. I cannot listen to that shit. Now I would go to a Kiss show to see the concert itself. I would go
the
to
show-
that.
I went one time, and it was so fucking loud. Within 10 seconds, my ears were ringing, and you couldn't
I
understand.
would go to
fucking
see like the show, you know what I mean? But to be like jamming in the fuck car, like no, never in a million
dude, the
years.
thing about
And
thing about the Kiss
AC/DC
concert-
100% AC/DC is the worst fucking band ever. Worst band ever.
If you like to people watch, go to a Kiss concert because half the crowd is completely big time costumes walking around.
You know what
sticking
made me?
them
Hey,
out.
you know what made me hate AC/DC even more is the fact that it offended Eddie. You remember how fucking mad he got in the chat that night? He was so because AC/DC fucking sucks, dude. And like he went fucking, and it just made me like, man, it gave me a new reason to fucking hate that band. It's the same recycled fucking chords fucking over and over again. Every song sounds like the last fucking song.
Trash.
It's fucking garbaggio, man. AC/DC is for stepdads.
It is.
It totally is, dude. Like,
AC/DC, Nickelback.
yeah, fuck you. I got this dude that I used to do business with. Well, I still do business with him, but he's like posting these fucking like. He's like, hey man, this new Nickelback CD, and this dude still buys CDs. This new Nickelback CD's fucking rad. I'm like, dude, ew. You know, like I don't even look at you the same anymore. You know what I mean? He's like, well, my music taste is weird. I always thought Winger was awesome. I was like, bro, don't ever talk to me again.
Yeah, so did Stewart on Beavis and
Yeah,
Butthead. Look what
don't
happened to
ever
them.
talk to me again, dude. Like he legitimately said, I own all the Winger albums. I'm like, no. You know what I mean? Like you were stuffed in a lot of lockers, guy. Like every locker, you were stuffed in them. You are a fucking total goof. Go fuck yourself right now. You're the worst dude. You can't be any worser of a dude.
He plays Catan and then hangs out.
Right. Hey man, don't forget next week we're giving shit away. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're giving a bunch of stuff away. The giveaway is sponsored by windowcleaner.com and squeegeelife.com. Don't forget, tune in, check it out. We'll be here. Thanks, James, for coming on.
Yeah,
and
buddy.
doing stuff with us. We really appreciate it. Jacob's a fucking eating Hardee's right now. That fucking sack of shit.
Yeah, he's running another
Yeah.
book drive.
Yeah, he's running another
Viva,
fucking book
Viva la
drive.
Jacob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys next week. Don't forget, tune in. We're giving shit away.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace, guys.